Hey everybody, get started just a moment here. Hey Paul, Paul's always the first. Just me, what's up? Bitcoin, which way is it moving? Up or down, man? I don't know. Yeah, Litecoin 94 would be nice for sure. Nobu1, what's up? Alexandrikov, what's up, buddy? Hey Carl. Hey Thomas. Which way are we going, guys? Which way is this Bitcoin going, right? Oh, RSI. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's wait till a couple more people come up on the show. Happy Saturday, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Right? Saturday Night Live. Big Chonis in the house. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Hey, Paul, what's up, buddy? Happy to have you here, man. Yeah, interesting price action all day today. Tomorrow's Sunday. Tomorrow's the last day of the week. Okay, so we have a weekly candle closing tomorrow. So some stuff's getting really interesting now. Even my guys, my name is Big Chonis. You guys can follow me on Twitter. I am at Big Chonis. These are all my best ideas. I take technical analysis very seriously. I'm a trader. I'm a mentor. I'm a chart psychologist. I'm an investor. I'm a photographer. I'm a chef. Guys, do your own research. My pinned tweet today, 1 million retweet reach last week. That's pretty cool. So once again, wow, that's a lot. Thank you to all my Twitter friends for helping me achieve this milestone. That's really great. And over 20,000 as well. Once again, thank you so much. I'm truly honored by your support, and I look forward to pumping out quality content on Bitcoin and crypto. And let's talk about Bitcoin. Now, let's start with our daily RSI, okay? I'm a technical analysis kind of guy here, and the RSI is, a very important indicator you guys have to have in your quiver, because you have to understand that the relative strength index is basically showing how strong these moves are here. And this has been a tremendous move here since basically early June, or sorry, like mid-June. Look where we bottomed here. Okay, if you got into Bitcoin in June 14th, which was our RSI bottom, okay? And then we had another bottom here. And that bottom was right here on June 28th, okay? So RSI bottom June 13th. We had kind of a double bottom actually here at June 22nd, and then we retested at June 28th. So 13, 22, and 29. So let's look here at the price. Whoa. Let's clean this up just a hair. And the reason I want to bring this up is because I use the RSI as a very important indicator, but it does not always reflect when the price is bottomed or whatever. So you have a situation here where we have a bottoming. Remember back, this was our bottom RSI. This was our retest of 30. And our actual bottom was kind of like over here between this retest and a double test here of 30. So even though the bottom was here, with a BTC price of, let's say, 62.80, it actually fell another $500 and put in a higher RSI high. And now we find our RSI daily, remember this is a higher time frame, and we're at 68 here. So 70 remains a very important resistance area here. Now, what pattern is this? What are we clearly putting in here? We have a shoulder, we have a head, and we have potentially the beginning of another shoulder here to create sort of a Batman or a full Ben Affleck sort of a pattern here, and come down if the bears have their way. We've seen instances where we have kind of a quasi neckline, shoulder, neckline, head, shoulder. Okay, it's very similar over here with a strong pulse. Okay, and then kind of a bounce around and we come down here. Okay, so there's precedent for this 70 area of Bitcoin to be very strong resistance. We're currently seeing that now. A bull break, this breaks through, okay? This breaks through on the daily, and we're back up into this zone, which is actually what brought us to our peak out here around 85, 84.50 or so. Okay, so we're not there now. And what I mean, why I wanted to bring up the RSI is because this is a very important indicator about the strength. So to continue this move, this bullish move here, we want to break a very important and strong resistance area here. Now, if this was our shoulder, this was our head, it's encouraging that we were able to get higher here on our next shoulder. Okay, so we did put in a higher high in response to this. The question is, have we found a support level here that we can count on? And really on the RSI, this is it. We found support here. We ran higher. This was our top around 8,500. We put in a higher low, which is very encouraging, very bullish, okay? But this is our line here on the daily on the 63. Let's keep that in mind here. Now, this is our overall Bitcoin right now. You know, we closed the day yesterday in some sort of an interesting candle here. I just put a tweet out on it. What is this? You know, is this a nice bullish green hammer with a long, decently long wick, okay? We have a body. Now the wick is longer than the body, okay, which is bullish. And we have a top out literally like by pennies. Look at we hit a high of 82.30 on the dot. We closed at 82.28.90. So we closed $1.10 below the high of the daily candle, you know, close enough there. Now back over here, where is it? It's right here. This one candle here, March 23rd. We had a similar candle where we put in a very long lower wick, okay? We put in a body. Now the wick on this one is also about twice the size of the body. Our previous one we put today is also twice the size of the body. And look what happened the next day. We went up. We started the day good. I don't actually, you know, I take that back. I don't know if we started good, but we definitely got higher in the moment than our previous day's candle. And we got stopped out at 9,000-ish. What do we get at? 9,000. High 8999. Wow, so 8999, super strong rejection candle here, but we put in a higher price for a moment in that daily, and then we continued on this downtrend. Now, I'm not really comparing apples and oranges in here, and I'm not saying I am with these two candles, but this is the first candle that comes close to anything that looks like this other candle here back in March. And I feel that's something to consider, even though it's on a much smaller version and a much different time, obviously, in the market. Now, we're looking here. Oh, let's bring up our, this is important here. So, this is our risk red line here, 200-day MA, okay? We haven't come close to touching it yet after our tweezer top a few days ago. Look back here. We never touched it. We never even touched it, and yet it was almost like a magnet repelling the price, okay? And the reason is because we had support on it for a moment. Back here in early March, we broke it. Whenever we break a major support line, you like to see a back test. And we basically almost did that here. But once again, we came close, but we didn't even touch it. So we have a similar pattern of coming close to the MA200 on the daily chart, where we come close to it without touching and get rejected. Close to it, oops, without touching and get rejected, without touching and get rejected. And look where we are again, without touching and get rejected. So are we going to change this pattern here? Are we going to break bullish? And I mean, we're going to touch this thing if we touch it at all, you know, because it's there. And if we break bullish, it's going to be there. It's going to be touched if we get strong resistance. Now it's under 8,500. A couple days ago, right? It was at 86.85 when we were trying to reach for it on this really nice green candle here. So now that we've kind of consolidated sideways, as we all know, past few days, okay, this 200 MA has kind of trickled down ever so lower, okay? And this will be very strong resistance if we can even get up there, okay? Because once again, there's nothing that says that this won't happen again. Look at our volume here. I'm on Coinbase, I'll admit that. But look, look at our volume here. You know, it's good. Like, this is decent. Like, this is decent compared to here. But, you know, back in the day was back in the day there. So we're seeing positive green volume. The money flow is definitely flowing in, okay? Let's look at coin market cap. 299. I don't think I've refreshed this from yesterday, 298. Now, I remember a couple shows ago I was talking about the $300 billion mark as a great achievement for Bitcoin market cap and the overall cryptocurrency to achieve. But those can also be very strong resistance areas. So once we were able to gain $300 billion, we've been stuck there for the past couple days, and now we're just kind of hovering right around it there. Look at that. We're about to get over 1,700 tradable cryptocurrencies on 12,168 markets and exchanges. So that's a lot. But look at Bitcoin's dominance, 47.4%, right? Let's just get rid of this ads here. Oops. Right there, 47.4%. Okay, remember we bought them back in what, end of April or early May, 36, 34%. So Big Daddy is definitely surged. Now here's our volume: 5 billion, 5 billion, 4, 5, almost 6 billion, over 7. This is our peak day here, 724, right? 4 billion. So we have another day where the volume has not shown up. We're right at 4 billion. This will close out. Remember, this is an average over 24 hours. This is our closing candle average here. So we're still in the 3s, the 4s, and the 5s. But this 7 was great, but we got to get back to these $7 billion days here. You know, these are the days, okay, these are the money flow days that can push Bitcoin higher. Remember, we held support at around $100 billion back here, and then I think we were closer somewhere around here, 107. Okay, there was our pop. We're at 136. Now we topped out a hair under 144. Again, we need to change this trend. We need to go over 144 billion in a day. We need to go back to 7 billion, okay? We need to keep the dominance up on Bitcoin. We need to bring money flow in, okay? And affirm a solid foundation. And then spread the love out to the alts, right? Isn't that the plan? So we get daily, we have an RSI very healthy. We have a stochastics here, still bearish, but slowly trying to turn over, right? It wants to turn. Until this crosses, it's not going to cross bullish, so it's still bearish because we're still going down and we haven't crossed yet. This is the daily. I'm still on the daily. Our OBV is very strong. I mean, people are holding. There's clearly people are holding. You know, they bought the dip. Okay, remember this should be 85, right? Yeah, this is 85. This is our top. Okay, this is our sell off to like what, 78.50, right? And now we're back here to 82.40. Okay, so I don't really see much divergence really at all, bullish or bearish in the OBV yet. People are holding, and it's showing it's currently still in the price. We clearly see a resistance line here. Let's go to the 4-hour draw. Yeah, 4-hour. Go back to our auto here. Okay, so here's our resistance. Let's do a little trend here to get a sense of our trend resistance here. Go wick to wick. Okay, so we're at a 6% decline. Wick to wick. We got to put in a higher high eventually. Okay, now our lows were broken and then held. So our median, or really our low equilibrium, short term is really right at 8,065. Yeah, so really it's just 8,000 or buffed. If we break down again, we break under 8,000, we're probably going to play around in the 7s for some time. If we break down to 8,000 and we hold and we bounce hard, okay, we're just cruising back through the 8s once again. Okay, but right now there's nothing to say the follow through of the bull volume is not there on the 4-hour chart here. And look at this, you know, we're not getting much here. We're not getting any follow through of these. And we have the upper wick here, 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 here. You know, this was bought up. This wick was bought up. This was an encouraging 4-hour candle, right? And this was too as well. But now this one here, we're selling into it here. Now we got what? We got 2 more hours, 2.5 more hours for this to play out here. So nothing really happened here on the 4. But let's go closer. Let's go to the 1-hour. All right, so this is where we close the day, right? Bullish close, really nice, okay? Nasty wick, though. This is 1 hour. Not super nasty, right? But I think it's bigger than the candle body, okay? So that's something to be notable about, okay? Now, again, this is our low. This is where we are here. We clearly topped out here at 82.90. Remember, we're still lower. This 82.90, $8,300 area, this is strong resistance. Remember, we got rejected here, strong rejection, 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 rejection once again. What is it with $8,300 that keeps basically, stopping the price of Bitcoin here? That's something to watch for there, because this is super strong resistance, which means two things. It either holds, okay, or if it breaks, that's going to bring a lot of eyeballs in, okay? Especially if it breaks and then we get a little back test and that holds, then we punch through. Now we can talk about 85 and above. But this is strong and it remains strong here. Now, who said that? Andrew Lee, would you say we have an inverted head and shoulder pattern forming that may potentially continue to the trend? Great question here. As soon as a 4-hour chart, I'll use the 1-hour chart because I know what you're talking about. I was looking at this earlier, and again, we've had a couple interesting smaller time frame head and shoulders that have not panned out. Okay, but this bigger one, obviously, with the whole trend, definitely has. Now, if this is going to be our shoulder here, why can't I see what is up with this color? That's better. You guys see that? Yeah, you can see that. So, I mean, this just almost feel like this right shoulder isn't even formed yet. Look how big this left shoulder is here, okay? This is our head, okay? Wick to wick. What's our neckline? Let's get really accurate here. We can't break this candle body here, right? We'll go to the wick. That's fine. All right, I'm cool with this left shoulder here, right? This is our bottom. This is clearly our head. Okay, this right shoulder, it's just not formed yet. Or if it is, it's kind of deformed. I don't like it. I don't like this angle yet because we have to incorporate this. I mean, I guess we could go to a lower time frame. Maybe we can go something low. No, because we got to hold this. So even if I go there, let's just use that. Let's just give it a little bit more of the benefit of the doubt. There's our left shoulder. Yeah, I'm still not convinced that this right shoulder here has been fully formed yet. Okay, which is fine because let's say we're on our hourly here. Let's say we come down and we touch 78.85 again on the 200 MA. Okay, and we did something like that. Now that could be a little more of an inverse head and shoulders, but I don't feel like this is a proper shoulder yet. And this can still be part of the overall trend, right? If I do something like that and like that. So something to keep an eye on, but that more suggests a break of 8,000 once again, if that is the case. 8290 neckline. Yeah, I mean, again, it's still playing out. If I go to the 4-hour, yeah, I mean, it's there. Here's our shoulder, here's our head, but I don't know. I don't like this yet as our shoulder. It's not compelling enough. If I just want to go straight across, maybe on just a very simple something like that. I mean, yeah, I'm almost feel like I'm struggling yet to get something going here with this one here. It doesn't feel right yet. It's possible. It's possible. And let's say it is possible. Let's say this actually is an inverse head and shoulders. So let's play it out. Let's give it a price range from not below to, let's say, this is our neckline here. So it gives us, let's call it 500 even, right? Okay. So we're saying this is an inverse head and shoulders. We're saying that our next neckline could form. Okay. So what's our best case? Play out of this potential. Give it a little more benefit. $8,700 here. So this is a $8,700 play, bullish, if this is potentially inverse head and shoulders. So if you think it is, you want to wait for a neckline break, maybe. Okay, maybe you're just ready to go now. But maybe this shoulder plays a little more of a full creation there. Okay. Let's go to our channel here. This is our 4-hour channel. So let's get rid of this flag thing here because that kind of didn't really pan out. This is not a flag anymore because we're kind of, well, it is. Okay, so we broke bullish from our flag. Clearly, we're putting in a higher low there on our trend break of, or at least our candle flag, okay? Forget about the wicks for now on the 4-hour. Candle flag, bull break, clearly bull break, okay? We need follow through. And what follow through means, potentially, is a retest, back test of this line here, okay? So maybe the next two candles, 4-hour, brings us down to about 81.80, okay? You see a back test and hold there, that could be our equilibrium loop-to-loop continuation. The middle channel resistance is strong. We're just not getting up there yet. Rejected here, rejected here. Remember, it was strong support early on, right? We had good strong support there. Broke really bearish. Okay, you just knew once we tested bottom channel support. Let me have a sip of my Tanqueray. It was going to test our middle channel resistance here, and that resistance is hold for now because our volume's not there. Where's our volume? Okay, we want to see these green bars. Okay, we don't want to see these little green bars here. Tomorrow's Sunday. Let's go to the weekly chart. Do that. Do that. Okay, so weekly, now we're in linear. We'll check out log in a minute. Okay, so volume check. Okay, back to back, green, gorgeous, right? Good, good. This is good. We're higher than, let's say we're comparable here. So we're back to early May volume. Now remember, early May volume was really bearish. We didn't like that. But we're back here. Now remember, this was April. This was our bullish April. Okay, so we're getting wicks, volume, date, weekly wicks in this height. This is important here because these are indicators. Okay, we're up here, right? This is our next bullish move. We're down here. So we're getting less money flow. And before that, right, where was our last bullish move? It was this green candle here, right here. So lower volume on a bullish move. Lower volume on a bullish move. Lower volume on a bullish move. Let's bring up our Bollingers. Okay, so this was great. We had a very strong middle BB resistance, right? This is our red line here. We rejected harshly last week, 77.30, right? We broke bullish, awesome. This is a very bullish indication here. We broke a strong middle Bollinger resistance right here. It was strong. Beautiful break, right? Now that is still at, where is that? 7667. So that is still at 7667. So again, a resistance area that was become a broken bullish break has not been back tested yet. So that's strong support, mind you, at 7667. That's important to remember because that's going to slowly rise. But still, that's our strong weekly support because it used to be strong weekly resistance. Now on our Bollingers, what's our next resistance? Upper BB 97.44. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't we like to do 3 shoulders, right? 3 white soldiers. Next week starts a beautiful green, right candle, boom, boom, boom. Okay, hits right at our upper BB at $9,800. Okay, I mean that is like the bull dream here. Okay, but it's this wick right here we have to watch, and why we have to watch it is because the bulls have about 22.5 hours to make this green candle look as good as they can. Now remember, last week we had something that looks very similar. We had a very big green body. We had a bullish engulfing of our previous week's candle. We had a wick, though, which was our rejection wick from our middle BB, and we just shot right through that. So let's make this the green candle bullishly on the weekly look, a little better. That's what the bulls really want to do. What else can we look at here? Let's look at the cloud, right? Let's look at the cloud, hide our BBs, bring up the cloud. So we got weekly cloud here. Oh, this is interesting. The tank, and okay, can we auto that? Yeah, okay. So this is our cloud resistance major. That's also a hair under 10,000. That's interesting. That's interesting. Remember, our cloud just kind of blew right through it there. So that's kind of, again, another area that coincides with that potential retest of 10,000, which was our area over here. Let's go in a little bit to our daily. Now remember, our cloud was strong resistance, okay, for days. We got resistance here, candle, okay. We broke it bullishly. I don't like, this is probably going to be a visible on mouse. Always visible. Yeah. Oh, visible on mouse. So right here, We have a rejection, we have a break, but we couldn't close. A breakthrough, couldn't close. A really nice breakthrough, couldn't close. A rejection, but right on the cusp, and then our break bullish. This break of our cloud bullish allowed this green candle to just fly. Okay. Now, when you break into the cloud, the idea is that you're going to go to the other end of it. Now, the other end does not necessarily mean the top. It can also mean the side, which can act as resistance here as well. So going into August on our daily, we could still go sideways and basically slowly get to our side before we even get to our top. Remember, our 200 here is just crushing resistance right here. Hasn't even been tested yet. So that's kind of the cloud. We'll do a little 4 hour on the cloud just to see if that gives us anything. So we're still very bullish. We're way over our cloud here. We have our send supports here. And this is still in a bullish uptrend here, but our cloud will also potentially act as support. Now, which part of the cloud could act as support? It can be our green upper touch, but it can also be our red bottom support here as well. So on a lower time frame like the 4 hour, it's be very interesting to see. You can clearly see how straight we are here, and the 6 hour really shows it. Look how these wicks are, and look at these candle bodies. I mean, look how tight that price action is, right at $8,200. This is very impressive. So where should we? Oh, let's do some longs and short. Let's do some longs and shorts. Don't mind me here. I'm kind of opening up a bag of pretzels. No, I'm eating a pretzel. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm hungry. Okay, so we have our 4 hour. Sorry, we have our 6 hour Bitcoin card. Now let's go here to our. Let's go to our shorts here. Okay, so I'm going to hide our flag. Sorry, hide our clouds. Go back to our indicators here. There we go. Okay. So if you've been shorting this market, as you well know, you have not been on the right side of these trades here, at least recently. All of our volatility has been on the upside, bull long, and not on the downside here. And the shorts have seen that, and they